We've already talked about the Senate race, but today we return to Arizona to preview the race for president. The state has 11 electoral votes. This was one of a handful of states that Donald Trump won in 2016, but Joe Biden flipped blue in 2020. What sets this state and Georgia apart is that both had been reliably red up until that point, though the GOP's margins were shrinking. Biden became the first Democrat to carry Arizona since Bill Clinton's re-election run in 1996. The task for Kamala Harris is to keep it, and for Donald Trump to get it back. Neither will have it easy. First things first, we will take a look at the two most recent past presidential results. In 2016, Donald Trump won the state by about 3.5 points over Hillary Clinton. Mitt Romney had won by 9, hometown Senator John McCain won by a similar margin, and George W. Bush won in 2004 by over 10, and in 2000 by 6. Whereas the GOP was on a winning streak since 2000, winning Arizona by 3.5 was definitely their smallest margin of victory. Trump still won all but 4 counties, including the all-important one, which we will discuss in a moment. The narrow 2016 results led Democrats to think that the state could be ripe for the flipping, especially after winning the Senate race in 2018. It turns out they were right. In 2020, Joe Biden carried Arizona by 0.3%, or 10,457 votes. Biden flipped just one county in the state, and it was the one he needed to, that all-important one in the middle. Arizona has 15 counties, but one of them has about 60% of the state's population. That's Maricopa, home to Phoenix, Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert, Scottsdale, and several other large Arizona settlements. This is the county you need if you want to win an Arizona election. Like we discussed in the Arizona Senate video from July, candidates that carry Maricopa have a high success rate in the general election. In 2020, Biden flipped this county, winning it by a margin of 50 to 48%. That doesn't sound like much, but it was enough, as he netted 45,000 votes or so. Given the closeness, even a tie in Maricopa wouldn't have been good enough for Biden. A little more on Maricopa. Where did Biden succeed that Hillary Clinton did not? Well, almost everywhere that matters. Many precincts in the heavily populated parts of Maricopa got bluer between 2016 and 2020. Trump won Maricopa in 2016 by about 3 points, or 44,000 votes. Most of the Phoenix area precincts, which got redder in 2020, were already very blue. But if you look at precincts in Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert, Scottsdale, Goodyear, and Surprise, most got bluer. By the way, Maricopa's turnout in 2020 was a staggering 81%, and almost all of them were early votes. For Trump to take the state back, it starts with reversing the trend in a lot of these Maricopa cities, which shifted away from him in 2020. For Kamala Harris, it isn't just about Maricopa, though it's a must-win for her. Also watch her margins in Pima County, home to Tucson. Biden won Maricopa by about 45,000 votes, but only won the state by 10,000. The rest of the state has a slight Republican lean outside of Maricopa, but the next biggest county to offset this is Pima. Biden won it by over 97,000 votes in 2020, which is a margin of 18.6 points. Hillary Clinton only carried it by about 13.6 points, which was obviously not good enough, but meaningless without winning Maricopa. Katie Hobbs won it by about 21 in 2022, for further reference. One would assume Harris's goal was to win Pima by more than 15, maybe closer to 20, and then hoping that she won Maricopa by enough to drown out the smaller red counties which line the rest of the state. This video is dated September 22nd, and we call Arizona a toss-up as of today. Visit electionyard.com for updates, as this rating is subject to change. Electionyard.com is the place to be for election 2024 news and views, and follow us on social media.